Hello, happy Saturday. How are you? Back again for a little more tech treats? I hope so. Well, today we're going to talk about lead magnets, and I'm going to show you a simple formula, 3 steps that will give you proven high converting lead magnets. So I know everybody says let's get into it, but let's just get started, okay? I am just really, let's see, what is Substack? This part is going to be edited out anyway. So I have no idea what Substack is doing. It says it's live on my phone and is looking at my phone. It's using my phone camera. But I am over here logged in as my son and I still see a black screen. So just to live dangerously, because I feel like it, we should live dangerously. Still doesn't say live over here. So we're just doing this little housekeeping. Let's see what happens. Go live. I can always end it, I assume. Yeah, see, it's not doing what I want it to do. So we're going to end that over there. I don't know. End video. I think this is only going to end it on, hopefully it only ended it on Substack. If it didn't, shoot me, okay? So that was just an experiment. You have to experiment. And that one just kind of sort of didn't work. We'll figure that one out later. And I'm sure that if it's looking at my if it's looking at my laptop, it's getting a really strange view of my noggin. So we're not going to worry about it. I don't worry about things like this. I'll figure it out one day. It's just an added channel, right? It's just an added channel. Continue without Substack. Yeah. Continue without, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So we're still here over on YouTube. So hopefully, once again, thank you for being here. And like I said, we are experimenting and living dangerously. So my experiment with Substack didn't quite work. So let's get started here. Now, our agenda, and if you've been here before, you may have heard me talk about lead magnets because I think that's one of the things I talk about most. But it's an important, very important step to marketing, digital marketing, and email marketing. You really, really, really need it. So, for today's agenda, we're going to talk about why most lead magnets fail, the easy button formula, 3 steps, so easy. I'm going to do a live demo with my Creator Suite. I am continuing to enhance the Creator Suite, and this week I'm going to demo the lead magnet creator. So, you be the judge, please, 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 you be the judge, and then I'm going to give you a few next steps what you can do. So the problem is most creators don't have a strategy. They know that they need to give something away free, but they really don't have a strategy of what that job is for the lead magnet. They think that, they'll just jump into Canva, they'll find a template they like, and most of those templates do have practice, lorem ipsum in them or practice copy. And some of the copy I've read is really rather good. You could keep it, but you don't want to do that. You want to have a strategy. So we're going to get into our 3-step process. Real issue being, like I said, a lead magnet that tries to solve everything solves nothing. And if you solve one problem, solve it well, that's where the downloads happen. Remember that the lead magnet, sure, I don't even like that name so much. They used to call it tripwire. That's what the bro marketers called it, and I really can't stand that. Why are we putting, we're walking them into a mine, a minefield? Is that why? That's the only place I know where tripwires are. So lead magnet is a little better, but it still does not describe what it's supposed to be for the recipient. And Their experience is the important part. Would you agree? So we've got three killers, three lead magnet killers that easy to do. If you don't think about it, you just go ahead and do it. You're just going to dump everything in your lead magnet. You're going to try and solve every problem because you don't know which is the real biggest problem. And we'll get to that. You can find that out too. Um, but you give them everything and they're overwhelmed and they're like, ugh, I don't want that sounds complicated. I'm not downloading it. Or if they download it, maybe it's a 62 page uh, ebook. Nobody has time for a 62-page ebook nowadays. And all they wanted was relief to a certain problem. They just wanted some relief. They wanted some value from you. And you gave them too much. You just gave them too much. So they say, well, I'm interested in her, but I'm going to put this in the later folder. And you know where the later folder is. That's the forever, never, never folder. So dovetailing on those first two is the dead end. Again, don't give them a complete solution. They will have no reason to stay connected. They'll have no reason to reach out to you. They'll say, "Thank you very kindly. I just got my problem solved for free." You're out of you're out of luck. So, you don't want to do that. So those are the three killers. Just keep those in mind. And these are the three non-negotiables. This is basically the easy formula, easy button formula. You want a quick win. One specific problem, just the first step. You're not giving them everything. The fast result, try and get, that you want them to get done with it in 10 minutes and be able to implement in at least 24 to 48 hours. Make it fast, make it fast. And this is the most important part of the formula. If you don't take anything away, please understand the bridge. You don't have to understand anything else. And this goes for basically all marketing. The bridge. You answer one question, you create a new desire. Answer one question, that's your lead magnet. Create a new desire, that's your paid offer. The gap is where your paid offer is. So, a little graphical illustration that I don't know who I think Adobe Firefly spun this up. So we've got your lead magnet, like I say, that's the first step. It's an entry point. It solves one problem. Over on the right-hand side, you've got your paid offer. That's the complete system. That's the complete solution. That's the workshop. That's the course. That's your service. That's your one-on-one service. And right there in the gap, what they still need. What do they need to make this sustainable? What do they need to make it scalable? What do they need to make it complete? You got to have that bridge. Once you get the bridge, once you understand that, lead magnets become very, very, very simple. And landing pages become very, very simple. You got to have the bridge. You're walking them over a bridge. So once you have your lead magnet designed, go ahead and run it through the wow test. I like it. Answer yes to all these. You got a winner. Go on. Get that out to the world. Did you answer that one? Did you give them that quick win? Just answer it truthfully. Did you solve one problem really well? You didn't tell them, it's not digital marketing 101. That sounds like a college course, doesn't it? Did you create that desire? Do they want more? You want your people to say, well, we're going to go back. Where's my other slide? I don't have my other slide. Okay, that's okay. Forget it. But you want them to say, if this is free, what must the paid stuff be like? You really want to, it's about you're inviting them into your world. Now Ryan Dice, he I don't say it as an insult, but he's back there with the bro marketers. He's been around forever, and he does an analogy about when you meet a girl. You know, you see a girl across the room, you walk over to her. You do not say, "Hey, let's have babies." You don't say that. We want to make babies. Let's go. I want to marry you. You don't say that. You say, "Hey," if you're in a coffee shop, say, "Hey, could you want to have a coffee together?" Have coffee, you're in a public place. You take it slow. That's what your lead magnet is to do. It's that invitation to come into your world. You're inviting them into your world. You want to make them comfortable. You want them to get to know you. And in order to do this, this is only one step. This is the lead magnet. Once they get your lead magnet and they consume the content, then they're ready. You don't want them to go cold. Then they're ready for what's called the nurture sequence. You want to nurture them. You're trying to get to be friends with them. You're trying to marry them, right? Right? Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the creator suite. I'm rather proud of it. Um, I have been programming or attempting to program for I don't know how many years. I remember when there were punch cards. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I remember when computers were big as rooms. So, hey, call me out on it. But I am really happy with this. If AI doesn't do anything, if I can make apps, that's great for me. I'm okay. So grab that QR code, get your cameras out, grab the QR code, and meet me over at the Creator Suite. Now, I am going to let you know it's changed a little bit. And here's the concept. I'm going to give you the concept. Let me give you the concept before we go on too much farther. So, the concept here is I want to see, it's an experiment for real, how far I can take this. I already have, okay, I got my cursor in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. So we have 3 tools now to help you find your audience, build your lead magnet, and grow your list. The grow your list, I'll show it to you today, but it needs some serious work. So don't get excited about the grow your list. The know your audience is build a crystal clear picture of your audience. And this is I'm calling it a ideal customer avatar creator, ICA. And I hope that everybody is out there, they are really getting to know their audience. And I am going to have to apologize for really not starting you off at the very first step. I've got you creating a lead magnet, and I'm not 100% sure. Did you talk to your prospective audience? Because if you didn't, you have to back up. You even have to back up before you make when you make your ideal customer avatar and you want to get that as detailed as possible. We've gone over that. I'll probably go over that again in another. We might have time because we've got know your audience and grow your list. But what we're going to concentrate on is the build your lead magnet. And like I say, I was telling you, if you haven't talked to your audience yet, then don't even do this. I mean, talk to people. I'm gonna put. I got a lot of lead magnets, so I'm just gonna put a page somewhere for all the lead magnets, I guess. But I've got one that asks validation questions, and I'm an Amy Porterfield acolyte. I've been over in her group for a while, and she calls them validation questions. The startups, the lean canvas guy, I can't pronounce his name, but he says 5 minutes, 5 questions in 5 minutes. And when the startup people, they call it getting out of the building. Amy Porterfield just calls it, validation questions. But you have to get to know what the pain is that your prospective customer has. We don't often really hit on what the problem is. We think we know. I've thought I've known for years, and I've had some really bad failures and wondered, well, I thought everybody would need that. I thought it was, I thought it was so brilliant, but it wasn't because I didn't ask anybody, does this solve a problem for you? And everything, if you think about it, everything that's bought and sold solves a problem. Even luxury items solve a problem. They solve an ego problem, and they solve a narcissist problem. They just solve got to spend some more money problem. But everything solves a problem. If you don't have a problem, you don't have the need, and that's really the sum and substance of it, right? So we are going to log in. Yes, my dears, it is a lead magnet, and I'm going to say Zara. I'm just going to put. We don't have any error mess. We don't have much. I assume that some applications would know that home.com is not a proper, email, but it doesn't. So I think it's pretty. I do think that I tried to create this in such a way that it didn't look like all the other apps that are being created. And although Claude and I took a lot of time with it, this is called a neomorphic UI kit user interface. And I do like it. The buttons look like little pillows. I like it. A lot of people think it's dated, but I think it's okay. Next time, I'm going to geek out for a minute, but Apple's the shiny stuff. What is that called? Oh, I don't know what it's called. Is it never mind, I'll look it up on the apples. But anyway, the new stuff where it's sparkling. It's not sparkling, but it's shiny. You can get that UI kit. So I might try that. I might play with that a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with what I got. It's a little bit colorful. It still looks like an AI made it, but that's okay. Right down there, lovable. I am not ashamed. Give credit where credit is due. So you can start anywhere. But we're going to go to the lead magnet, and there is a user interface, user experience problem really, really big here. So I'll let you know about that in a minute. So, who do you help? I am going to help a new plant parent, okay? And you can be the judge of how good or bad you think the results are. And of course, the caveat is the more information you give it, the better the answers are going to be. That just makes sense, right? And this is even doesn't have anything to do with AI. The more detailed you get about your prospective customer, the better off you're going to be. So, describe them in your. Who do you help? Um, I help new plant parents who are killing every plant that they buy. Killing, okay, too many L's maybe. All right, so that's who they are. What's the one problem they need to solve this week? Remember, they need to consume it real quick and be able to get it done, be able to implement it. Because if they implement something that you've given them for free and it works and they've got a little bit of pain, oh, okay, it's not all gone, but that helped. Let me go grab that guy or gal, and I want to buy something from them. It works. So what's the one problem they need to solve this week? You know what? This gal, she needs to, what's the one problem? Find a plant that they will not kill Yeah, they're just going to find one plant that they will not kill. What's the one question they ask you most often? And remember, this is your ICA, your ideal customer avatar. What's the one question they ask all the time? How do you get your plants so beautiful and thriving? I was going to say I kill everything, but it asked for the question. Don't give the AI too much, okay? All right, the next one is what would make them say, I can't believe this is free. How's the chat going? Hey guys. Okay, so what they can't believe it's free? Let me see. What would they say? I can't believe this is free. I took your advice. Well, I can't spell advice and bought all 5 plants that you suggested, and they are thriving. Okay, and then they would say, thank you. I don't know if we need that or not. So we're almost there. After they use your lead magnet, what's the next question they'll ask? The natural follow-up that points to your paid offer. Okay, well, see, I have a paid offer that is a plant parent app on the phone, and it's AI generated. And if I can find it, okay, I'm gonna put this in here. All right, sorry. I'm going off. I am going off script. Okay, after lead magnet, what's the next question they'll ask? How can I purchase the more finicky plants that take a lot, wait a minute, that take a lot of care. Okay, that didn't make sense. How can I purchase the more finicky plants that take? It's redundant. All right, I didn't say it was. We're on live, so let's move on. What's your paid offer that fills the gap? I'm just going to put this in from last time. The Plant Doctor app is your AI-powered plant care assistant. It recommends the right plants for your space. This is kind of nice. I want it. If it's not created, let me find it. But I think it's already created. Sends personalized watering reminders and troubleshoots problems. Try it for 7 days free. Okay, and watch your collection thrive. So that's what it is. Little verbose, but okay. Now you got what kind do you want? Do you want a checklist? Do you want a cheat sheet? Do you want a guide? Or do you want a video, audio? Some people, their lead magnets are videos or audios. That is an option. You could do a little short video of just, you know, do this for 5 days and, your plants will be great or something. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do checklist and see what we get. I've already done cheat sheet, and video audio was actually pretty good, but I have not done checklist. So let's see what they get for the checklist. This is all nice. I do love AI for this stuff, but I do feel that the AI will co-opt our intelligence. I really think it. I really think that it's going to co-opt our intelligence. So somebody has a thumbs up there. Okay, cool. Favorites. I'm just looking at stuff. Okay, so now this is our, let's read our result. Can you guys see this? I've told you before that I have, okay, this morning. Okay, I have a problem with the pinching and I can't get, it won't, it just won't do it. I can't zoom in with I'm supposed to be able to pinch and zoom, and I'm trying to do that. See, it won't do. Here we go. That's too big. It's my battery. Now I have to do something janky. That's all right. Stay with me, people, please. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Let's read this. The 5 plants you will not kill this week checklist. Okay. Stop killing every plant you buy and start your collection with 5 plants that actually stay beautiful. All right. Now, this is copy that you can use. You can use this. Take it over to Canva. This checklist helps you identify and purchase 5 specific plants that are virtually impossible to kill so you can finally see them thrive. And if you notice, um, it has just basically rearranged the words that I gave it. Hi, Cherie. How are you? I'm going to try something. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm late, but I wanted to join anyway. Of course. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about it's supposed to go down in 15 minutes. I'm going to hide it then. Okay. So we're talking about lead magnets, and I've done a couple of lives about lead magnets, but I'm going to keep on talking about them because it is very, very, very important that you understand what your lead magnet is supposed to do. And this is how the easy button formula gives you a tried and true formula. It's repeatable. You can just make your lead magnets as many as you want. So I am what the I'm going to go back, Cherie. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to go back and get, now you know that we have 3 killers. We're going to do this real quick. Okay, everybody, we're just going to review here. Okay, we've got 3 killers that are the everything buffet. You overwhelmed them. The someday strategy, still too much. They couldn't do it right now. And then the dead end. You gave them a complete solution. They don't need you. You just gave them everything for free. Now we have the 3 non-negotiables, and this is the easy button formula. You got a quick win, one specific problem. Don't give them everything, just give them that first step. The fast result, you want them to be able to consume it, be able to read it, be able to watch it in about 10 minutes, and implement it in 24 to 48 hours. Because the implementation is going to keep them interested in you. If they don't implement it, then your lead magnet didn't do anything. They read it and then they threw it away. Okay? It didn't alleviate their pain, didn't do anything for them. So you really want to make sure that they can implement it and see a result. And then the bridge, if you don't understand anything else, the bridge is the most important thing. And I think the bridge goes into all marketing. Basically, what your lead magnet is doing is it's answering one question, just one, just one. It's just giving a little bit of relief, just a little, but it's creating a new desire. And that's where your gap, that the gap is your paid offer. And we see that over here. Got your lead magnet on the right, your paid offer on the left. Oh no, your lead magnet's on the left, your paid offer is on the right. And that gap is what they still need. You don't want them to be, left out there and just they're warm, they're interested in you. And at that point, once they implement that lead magnet, they're a hot lead and they want to see what else you can do for them. And that's where your nurture sequences come in. We aren't going to talk about that today, but a nurture sequence, you're going to give them, a series of nurturing emails. Okay. You may have 3, 4, the number doesn't matter, but you want you want them to get to know you. You want to show a little bit of authority. You want to tell them some stories. There's a 7-step framework for the emails, and it's based on psychology. I can't pronounce the guy's name. Chiani. He did the he did the persuasion. Thank you. That's a good template. Thank you. He did the oh God, I'll find it out. I can't. Chinani. Anybody? Chilati. He did this seminal book about what makes people buy, how you persuade them. So those 7 steps, very, 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 very important. They really do. So now we're going to go back. We're going to go back. So we got that. We got our non-negotiables. We got our gap. We understand exactly what to do. And we're going to go back here to the demo. Cherie. Okay, anybody that missed it, grab that grab that QR code, okay? And then you can follow along. So just get that. I'll leave that up there for a minute. And then we're going to go over to the Creator Suite, which I think is this one. Okay. All right. So here we are back at the Creator Suite, and we're going into these are our results. Okay, we got our results here. So as you can see, like I said, it's really parroting back what I said. And that's really not, we want it to go a little bit further. So this particular app needs to be massaged, and it needs to be, I don't know, Claude knew exactly, because Claude is an AI, and Claude is probably smarter. Claude is smarter than me, I admit it. It suggested it needs more reasoning or something. It gave it a prompt for the ICA, and it got a lot better. So I'm gonna have to go back to Claude and say we need to make Lovable we need to make Lovable smarter. So it's not bad. So you got your copy, you can copy your title, you can copy your subtitle, that's cool. And this is the 5-step no-kill plan. Okay, you're gonna identify local unkillables. I think that's a word, I don't know. It's making a stop looking at trendy. Okay, 5 unkillables. So are you going to give me, okay, this is a checklist. Identify local unkillables. Check your lighting, the shop and buy phase. Okay. Place your new plants in their permanent spots and leave them alone. Okay, these specific plants thrive on neglect. Okay, verify the quick win. And the bridge is, now that you've mastered the unkillable plants, it's time to safely start purchasing the more finicky plants, that take a lot of care with the Plant Doctor app. Okay, again, finicky. I knew that was going to come up. That's just parroting back to me. You can't, let's see what, I'm going to just start over. Okay, we got stuff down here though. It gives you, so this is, you can see like the framework. Um, got it. Okay, good. So this is what we plan on doing, okay? You can copy the bridge. It's kind of nice. Where does it go if I copy it? It's just going to download a text copy, I think, but I don't think it's doing it. I didn't tell it to do anything. Oh, it's copied. So then I have to paste it. All right, that's okay. That's okay, because we don't want to confuse the AI, right? You got to do this in iterations. So we got this. We just got this yesterday. So I'm pretty proud of it. Now the next steps would be the opt-in page. Build a single focus landing page. If I can get it to build a landing page, but I'm not sure how much effort that will take. Or I've been trying to get Canva to get smarter. Canva's AI just gives me fits, but Canva is a graphical program, and it really shouldn't even be doing AI, but it's trying to. But I can't get it to do much. But if I could get the information that's given in here and get it over to Canva to put it in a template, and I know that's almost impossible because I've asked all the AIs, but that would really save you time. At this point, you're going to have to go over to Canva, pick out your template, and then copy paste your copy from here. And this is just to help you not start with a blank slate. I mean, we sit there, and if you go over, like I said, some people jump into Canva with, oh, I need a lead magnet. So they immediately jump into Canva and they're overwhelmed by the templates. I'm overwhelmed too. You can go down this rabbit hole, and at one point, you just have to say, this is what I'm going to use. It's good enough. You just can't look at all 25 million, workbooks and cheat sheets. Don't do it. Don't make yourself that crazy. But what we're going to do eventually is do an opt-in page. Ooh, we're going to do a confirmation page. That's the thank you page. Then we're going to do the delivery email. I told you about that. And then we're going to do a nurture sequence, 3 to 5 email follow-ups. So that's what we got so far. But I want to try, says we can start over. I don't want to put I do not want to put all those questions in there again. But let me know. What do you think? Is this something that you would use? I have to ask my people, my ICAs, if this is something they would use. Is this something you think you would need? If not, I don't need to build it because I have to. If it's not solving a problem, if it's not relieving a pain, then it's not doing what it needs to do. And I will let you know this real quick. Oh, we do have dark mode. It's not the greatest dark mode, but I've seen better, but it's something. It's something. It kept telling me that it was putting a uh, a gradient. It's putting a soft gradient in the background, and I'm like, there's no gradient. That is pure black. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Now here, however, is where it has locked me in, and I specifically said that they need to be able to choose which path they want to take, whether they want to do their ICA, they want to jump into a lead magnet, or they want to start their nurture sequences. And I'm sitting at this page and I cannot get back. And I don't call myself a UI UX user interface user experience expert. Took some classes, and what I really got out of it is the fewer clicks you have, the better. And so now I can't go anywhere. Oh. So to use the back button is not acceptable. So here we are. So got to have to tell it that. Now it could go into the know your audience. Okay, now this one's a little bit better, I think. We kind of, let's do, what time is it? Do we have time? Um, Cherie, are you following along? You can put some stuff in. Let's try the plant parent again. Know them first, because we got a little bit of time. Know them first, build everything second. Okay, now this is when you go out and you start talking to people. Like I say, the startup people call it getting out of the building. Amy Porterfield in her fiefdom, she's just validate the calls, whether you get on a DM or Zoom or whatever. Hers are validations, but you got to do this. And who they are. So what's the first part? What's her name? Her name is Zara, just like before. And okay, this is going from me. Age range select, sure, all of them, because everybody likes plants. Okay, really, my ICA, no, I wouldn't. I would go like that. Okay, because your ICA, you don't, what a 55 plus woman or man needs and what a 25-year-old person needs probably completely different, and you want to approach them differently. It's not that they may have the same pain, they may be killing all their plants, but you still want to approach them differently. You don't talk to your grandmother the same way you talk to your friend or your niece or your nephew. So that's it. So do they work? We're going to say no for both of these, just so we can. Do they have children? These things are important to know, though. What's their main problem they're trying to solve? They can't. keep their, oh, I can't type either, their plants alive? How does it make them feel? It makes them feel sad, like they have a brown thumb. Okay, no punctuation. What is the real enemy standing between your audience and what they want? What is the real? What is the real? This is like the internal problem. It's not a person. Think forces, fear, tech. Well, they don't, confusion. I'm going to say confusion. Because there's so many ways you can, you know, every plan is, the care is different. So, what is the surface level problem your audience would describe out loud? Why do all my plants die? Okay? And how does this problem make your audience feel about themselves? Low self-esteem. And we're going to see, is this going to parrot it back to me? Why is it just plain wrong? Your audience is stuck. Everyone else has beautiful plants in their home. Okay, almost there. What have they already tried that didn't work? Got a succulent. I don't know how to spell succulent. Succulent. Okay, probably. Oh, it's spelled right. What exact words, phrases does your audience use when they describe their problem? My plants are all wilting and leaves are yellow and dropping off. What's the cost of doing nothing? What happens if they never solve this? They never get the joy of growing house plants in their home. Okay, that's redundant. I said house plants. I know. I'm not going to erase it though. Ooh, sorry. Continue. Okay, we got more questions. Oh, thank you. I got another. There we go. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know until I said I shouldn't put succulent down. Okay, what does success look like then? A beautiful. Oh, come on, Mac. That's my trackpad. A beautiful. That's not right. Beautiful. Oh no, we can't spell it all. Beautiful home. Home with lovely plants. Okay. We are plants. Plants. All right. Oh my goodness. That's still not. We got a B. Okay. A beautiful home. What does life look like for your audience 12 months? Oh, okay. Let's do something a little different. She is gifting. I want to say she is gifting plants and and instructions on how to care for them to all her friends. Okay. What does Tuesday morning, blah, 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 I'm going to say looks beautiful because this is going on too long. What would they say? Well, how would Google how to not kill plants? What's stopping them from taking action now? Fear. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. And then how do they describe their problem in their own words? I kill every plant I buy. Okay, what would they say if they I can't believe it was that easy. Okay. That's a long one. All right, now I'm going to show you what's wrong here. So it gives me Zara, the age group, no kids, doesn't work. You can upload a image here. And they say, it is kind of nice to put an image on your ICA. When I was in college, they told us that. So, I don't know. A lot of people, that's how it's built. You just give it a picture so that you can better keep that person in your mind when you're doing all your marketing, because this doesn't die. This lives with you. It travels with you throughout your marketing. And if you're in a big company, it travels from marketing to design to development. This thing, this person, this character who is fictitious is what everybody should be targeting. No, I don't like the word target, but that's the person that they are serving, like serving better. So I can generate my ICA profile here. I can edit my answers. I can download the summary. I can generate my lead magnet ideas. So what we're going to do is it says generate my lead magnet ideas. Let's see what happens. What makes a lead magnet actually work? So that's what we went over, the quick win, the fast results, and the bridge. So this is, again, parroting. Okay, let's see what kind of things. We got the stop the wilt cheat sheet. How to save the yellowing plant you're about to throw away. It's not bad. If that's the subtitle, the Stop the Wilt cheat sheet. It's not bad. The quick win stops. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to read what happens if we design it, though. Download my lead magnet. Download the free workbook. Oh, hold on. What you doing, Lovable? Okay. Okay, it's given me decent copy. Can you see that? Does it need to be? Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. I don't know. I gotta take this in to get a new battery, and I don't want to go across town. The Apple store is way too far away. But it's gonna need a new battery. So let's see, we got a cheat sheet. So if I were to take this over to Canva, um, you're going to copy and take it over to Canva. So let's see, we got the headline, we got the subheadline. If you feel sad and like you have a brown thumb because your leaves are yellow, okay. The 60-second diagnosis. Why just a succulent failed you. Your Tuesday morning success vision. Okay. It's still parroting what I said. And yeah, I know. I am going to ask Claude, and I did ask Claude to pump up the font sizes, and they might need to pump it up again. I have bad eyesight. So for me, I'm like, okay, anything like an 11-point font is just like, I don't want to read that too long. So um, yeah, we're going to work on that. But it's still parroting what what I'm saying. And at one point, so see, this is what happens when you really kind of work back and forth with these AIs. It just, I think it's uh, gotten stupider, to tell you the truth. I really do. I don't think that it is working as well as it did. At one point, it really did um, give some insight, and I really liked it. It's better than it was, but not as good as it could be. So I would love some feedback on this because I'm going to continue it. And let me know if this is something that you need. If you go through it, it's all free. Yeah, you're going to get on my email list, but I'm not going to bother you too much. I send out one newsletter a week, and that's kind of short. That's short. I can't deal with the long emails that seem to be in vogue right now. Uh, just talking about everything, and I can't do it. I just need to skim the email, find the important stuff, and that's why I tried to make mine look like you can just skim it and say, "Oh, that looks interesting. That looks interesting," and then boom, it's gone. It's dead. I don't just keep on. Some of these, they just keep on. So, what'd you think about that? Let me know. Is it something? Let me know. I need some answers here. If it's something that would be at all useful, because we're at our time. We're doing these 45. What I want to say snackable. I want to weave that into my marketing. I've got tech hell is my tagline, and I wanted to, tech hell and the easy button. Easy is my tagline. And I want to weave in snackable, because I think what the trends are right now is for mini learnings. I mean, they say people just aren't in interested in the 8-week courses. I had an 8-week course come by in my email. Well, I downloaded the lead magnet, and then he started talking about his 8-week course, and I'm like, I don't. When I did the DCA, Digital Course Academy, with Amy Porterfield, it seemed like it went fast. I didn't. I didn't create a course. I'm going to create a workshop here in a little bit. I promised myself I'm going to do a workshop. But 8 weeks now is just really, really a long time, seems like. So they say that people are more into just getting that micro, get one skill at a time type of thing. So I have to really think about that. I do have a workshop where I want to take people through, create your landing page in Canva, your thank you page in Canva, your opt-in form in Flowdesk, and then 4 email nurture sequence, so that when you leave, it's a 2-day sprint. You've got everything is live, and it's ready to go, ready to collect emails. So, but I still have to do the validation. I have to keep talking to people. So that's why I really need to know, is it something you want? Okay. So thank you for coming. I really enjoy this. Gonna make this little puppy, better. I was gonna shut my laptop, and I'm using my laptop as the cursor, so I was gonna be SOL there for a minute, but that is what I'm using. And you know what? Maybe we'll talk about, are you going to Cherie, are you going to study hall this afternoon with Val? Because I have a kerfuffle. Um, I scheduled Substack through um, this the Stream Key. I think that's what it's called. But as I was watching it, it's still black. It never came on. And if I click it, if I say go live, it's going to go live from my laptop with my laptop camera. It's not what I wanted. I set it up in Ecamm, and it never came on. So I don't know. I mean, you've got to experiment, right? That's the only way you learn stuff, right? Thank you. I'm gonna get you out of here. Let me get to the outro. Some weeks I forget to do the outro. I just say bye. So I hope you're gonna go over to Val's study hall. That's just a little group we have for Ecamm, for anybody that's not an Ecamm person. But hey, have a lovely weekend, and thanks a lot. I hope this was valuable. Really, really hope this was valuable. Can we say may go? I may have, sure. It's not till I think 2. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you. If not, we'll see you next week, okay? Ta-ta.